Hello and good morning, everyone. This is Trish St.Hill from QX Television. Just wanted to bring you a video, not a live video, because for those of you who know me, you know I don't like Facebook Live. Not that I am going to knock the technology. I think it's a wonderful piece of technology that is often overused. So if you see me bring a Facebook Live, it's an event I'm giving, it's something, but it's not just me on Facebook Live talking. Not knocking anyone who uses it. It's just not something I'm comfortable with. But I have a lot of viewers in Sierra Leone. I have a lot of viewers in Peru, in Colombia, in Philippines, in different parts of the Caribbean, in the UK, in Canada. They're not necessarily people that know me, but they do follow the network and they do give comments and inbox me things and so forth. So I wanted to give a video regarding the actual vision behind QX Television. How it came to be. Not just these, I send a lot of posts out. I'm actually sitting in my office this morning and I'm sipping on my moringa tea. I have my moringa tea every morning. I get this from the Caribbean and I drink this, and people who ask me how your skin looks so beautiful. I'm nearly 60 years of age, but my skin doesn't look aged because I drink a lot of fluids, especially my moringa tea and my ginger. I have ginger in this. I have rosemary. I have cinnamon and moringa. So let me just take a sip. Okay. I just need that little bit of energy. So what is QX Television? QX Television is, like I said earlier, an online network. It is not via satellite or cable. We have a binge wave platform. We have a YouTube channel. We have a Facebook page and a Facebook group. And that's how we post a lot of our information. But I always tell viewers, via post, you don't have to wait for me to post those things. You can go to the network once you know the link. And the link is cuextv.bingewave, which is BINGEWAVE.com. So it's not a Q and an X as people think, but it's actually cuextv.bingewave.com. And BingeWave TV is available there on our BingeWave platform as well as on our YouTube channel. So the YouTube channel is fairly new, so we're just loading a lot of our content up. So every single piece of content from BingeWave is not yet up on YouTube, but that's our intention. We're hoping to duplicate everything and run them on both platforms. Now, why am I doing this video today? Because, again, like I said, you guys know I don't like the Facebook Live thing. So I decided to tape a video, put it out for my viewers, and you can always inbox me. You can also email me. You can send emails to me at QXTV1@gmail.com. You can also send emails to me at Utricia, UTRICIA.Charles@QXTV.com. And also you can reach me at contact us, CONTACTUS, @QXTV.com. Okay, so a lot of ways you can also inbox me on Messenger. And some of you have my WhatsApp number, so don't be shy. You can always. Now, I did something. I've been pushing something for the last number of weeks. And something, I just got to take a little sip again. Okay. Okay. So the thing that I've been posting and pushing is healthy eating. And as you can see, I'm not no skinny young girl. I'm a middle-aged woman with a little bit of size to me. I'm starting to take some control over that. But most importantly, I'm focusing on my health. Not so much, oh, how skinny I get, because honestly, I don't think I look too good when I'm too skinny. But I could stand to lose a few pounds. But this is not my motive for doing this healthy thing. I have a grandson, Amir, who is the love of my life. He is 13 years of age. And about earlier this year in 2018, he came very sick. He started crying for pains. And we took him to the doctor, and the doctor said, oh, it's growing pains. Well, actually, this started last year. But after this year, he started to get worse, and he started limping. And we're like, what is going on? And we didn't know what was happening. And the doctors, of course, they're just pushing him all over the place. They're not really trying to fix him, in my opinion. And they told us he had mono, which is that thing they call the kissing disease, and it makes you sick for months, but it doesn't kill you. But the kid was getting to the point where he had to now wear crutches to get around in school. And then he ended up in a wheelchair. And then that didn't even do him any good, because the wheelchair, he couldn't put his foot down. His feet started to get kind of atrophied, so he couldn't stretch his foot out. And his mother, they're still saying his mono, and his mother, thank God for mother's instinct. Because even when the grandma, was trying to say maybe they are right, because some symptoms did match mono, but she kept saying, no, 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 something isn't right. This is not no mono. And eventually he was diagnosed with something called panvasculitis. Okay? Now, what is panvasculitis? Panvasculitis is a autoimmune illness. It's where your medium and your small blood vessels get inflamed. And he was diagnosed with panvasculitis or polyarteritis nodosa. And once the diagnosis was made, he was quickly treated with steroids and he started walking again. He's up and about. Typical grandson. We have this teasing relationship driving me crazy again. So he's doing good. Our biggest thing now is just to get him down off the steroids, which he's down to maybe about a third of what he was on before. So he's coming along. And in doing my research, I started to realize that a lot of the foods that we eat and the kids are eating is what's contributing to many of these illnesses, in my opinion. I'm not a doctor, but I believe a lot of it has to do with bad eating. And then I started to look at the issue of the supermarkets that service the communities in which we live. I live in a predominantly minority community. Okay, yes, but a lot of people think I probably live in some rich white neighborhood. I live in a nice neighborhood, but I live in a pretty much minority neighborhood where blacks and browns and people of color live. We do have other people among us from the majority group, but we're mainly a minority community. And a very nice community, very nice, well-kept and nice school districts and all of that. But when you look at the foods that are being put in our supermarkets, it's nonsense. You know, you go to Stop and Shop, you go to ShopRite in the white or other neighborhoods, and they have at least a whole aisle dedicated to health food, dairy-free, soy-free, gluten-free, meat-free, this-free, that-free, a lot of healthy stuff. And you don't see that in our communities, in the black and brown community. And I never realized a lot of these foods were so bad. And I went to my supermarket, my Western Bee supermarket, and I told them, I said, you need to give us more healthy choices. And they brought a few things, and he brought in like dairy-free spaghetti, which my kids love. They have more chicken that are organic, like, you know, no steroid, no hormones, no antibiotic. That's good. But when are you going to give us an aisle that has nothing but health food? You go to Stop and Shop, you go to ShopRite, and these are the supermarkets in the white communities. They have a whole aisle dedicated to the health food industry. And then they have other health food items in different parts of the store, but they have an aisle where you can find just about most things in a healthy version, vegan, vegetarian version. And I'm not saying everybody has to be a vegetarian, but I'm saying even not being a vegetarian, you could eat more healthy. Like, make sure if you have hamburgers you're giving your kids, that it is grass-fed, not the hormone stuff. Make sure that you are giving them chicken and meats that are organic. That's a good way to go. But you can also try the vegetarian stuff. You can do a mixture if you don't want to do what I did. I pretty much went vegan, vegetarian, in support of my grandson to make it easy on him, because that's what we had to do. We started to give him a lot of healthy choices and really watch what he eats. And I must give him credit. He's a very disciplined young man. He is really, really disciplined and love to eat. He find them very tasty. He gets mac and cheese. He gets ground beef and spaghetti. He gets let me just take another sip again. I just have to take a little bit of my moringa. You know, a lot of people do their coffee in the morning. I love my moringa tea. So I got to sip that every now and then. So, that's my drug of choice. But, you know, everybody's got to get a drug of choice, right? So that's mine. I don't do the real drugs. I do my moringa. But in any event, so he started liking them. And I have a son. My son and my grandson are like 20 months apart. So I have a son, Joseph, and Joseph was laughing at us when we started, myself and my daughter and my grandson started this journey of vegan, vegetarian. And Joseph was laughing, oh, I don't want that stuff, I don't want that stuff. You know what? He got to love some of that stuff that he can't even go back to the old way of eating. He still eat, you know, the organic chicken and the grass-fed beef and so forth. But he doesn't even go back to, like, mac and cheese. We have a delicious mac and cheese by Dyer. We have Morningstar products, which is like sausage, egg, and biscuits that are delicious. I mean, just delicious. We have the Beyond Meat and the beefless ground beef from Trader Joe's. And Trader Joe's have some pancakes that are gluten-free that are absolutely delicious. The only thing I had a problem with finding that was good in terms of taste and texture was bread. And I finally find something by Udis, UDIS. They have a wonderful multi-grain bread. The only complaint I have, okay, is that it's too small. The slices are like half the slice of a regular bread, but who cares? So I'll do double that, you know. I'll toast 4 slices instead of 2. But it's absolutely delicious. I got a coconut, what do you call it? Coconut butter that I got in the supermarket. It's very tasty coconut butter. So I have my coconut butter. I get my delicious ice cream, my delicious yogurts that are all dairy free. And again, I'm not saying you have to go necessarily as the route that I went. I think it's a wonderful route to go because I don't have the pains and all of that stuff. But what I do recommend that people do is if you're not going to go vegetarian, you can still eat healthy. Eat organic stuff. Watch what your kids are putting in their mouth. Don't give them the Pop-Tarts and the, you know, all these sugary cereal and all these yogurts that are purporting to be so healthy for you. But when you check them out, they're not good. So I tell people just you police your health. Okay, this is what I want to do. This why I wanted to do this video. Police your health. Nobody is going to take care of your health like you do. Okay, so I want you to listen to what I'm saying this morning. Police your health. Go to your supermarket. Try to work with them because you know what? The Western beefs and so forth, they're in our communities at least servicing us. So we want to support them. They bring jobs. They bring service to us. We want to support them, but we want to make them responsible in order to get our support. We have a right to demand that. So you go, this is what you've done. This is what I've been doing. You go to them and you tell them what you need. I need for you to bring more healthy choices. I need for you to create an aisle that caters strictly to health foods. If they're not doing it, you write their corporate office, you call them, okay, and you threaten them and say, listen, I'm going to go down in front of your store and I'm going to hand out a flyer and telling people to be conscious about their health and not to support and to demand that you create healthy choices, and we're not going to support you. I guarantee you they're going to do it. Demand an aisle, one aisle in that supermarket that have health food choices. Demand that they have grass-fed beef, that they have chicken and turkey with no steroid, no hormones, no antibiotics. We have a right to demand these things. You know, we don't bring foods in our community that's poisonous, that's going to kill us early, you know, and we're eating it like crazy and we don't even know. So police your health. Health is better than wealth. Believe you me, health is better than wealth. Police your health. Take care of yourself. Again, like I said, you don't have to go vegetarian. We went that route because my grandson had this autoimmune disease, and that was wanted to get the inflammation out of his system. He had inflammation levels of close to 100%. And we were like, oh boy, we got to do something drastic. So we had to bring him down, no dairy, no gluten, no soy, and for a while, no meat. Now, if we give him meat, because the doctor told us, you know, he is a growing boy, and he might need some protein, but just give him organic stuff. So sometimes we go to a party or something, a barbecue, we will take a grass-fed hamburger and make it and take it so he doesn't feel like he's left out. Every now and then I do to give him some ground turkey that's organic. But most of the time we do the meatless stuff. And I'm telling you, it's very tasty. If you go to Cuextv, both on our YouTube channel, and you go to Cuextv on our Binge Rage platform. On YouTube, we're called Cultural Experience Television. Okay, or just look for Cuextv, CUEX-TV. It's not Q and X as you might think. It's CUEX-TV. If you go to those platforms, there is a show called Lick My Pot. On the Binge Wave platform, we have more shows because what we did a lot of quick shows. You know, I'm a mother that cooks and a grandma that cooks a lot, and I have to work, and I am running this network, and I'm taking care of the kids, and I always have people have to go out and interview. I have stuff to post. I have people have to, you know, produce. I have shows I have to produce. So a lot of times I don't have a lot of time to do a lot of extensive cooking. So I find things that are tasty, that are quick to cook, and that the kids love. So I have things like empanadas, chicken Alfredo, chicken quesadilla, spaghetti and ground beef. I have mac and cheese, and I did like barbecue chicken. So now what I do now, I went and I did them over in vegetarian form. Okay, so and you would not believe how those things are tasty. Your chicken Alfredo, oh my God! I buy the chicken strip by Morningstar, and I make that as a chicken, and it has the Alfredo sauce, and it has the gluten-free spaghetti. Oh my Lord, it's to die for. I am not exaggerating. But anyway, you know, go to Cuextv and look at our Lick My Pot series. Remember, Cuextv has 10 shows. We have, I don't know if I can remember all of them here, but we have Caribbean House Talk, which is the talk show. We have Soulful Scrutiny. We have Cultural Quilt. We have Cultural Heartbeat Films. We have Caribbean News Blast. We have The Writer's Nest. We have Fashion Melee. We have Lick My Pot. We have, I think I said Cultural Classroom before, but if I didn't, we have Cultural Classroom. And there's another one I'm missing. But we have a lot of shows. We have things that you could look on there. But for this particular segment, I would tell you, go to Lick My Pot and Cuextv. L-I-C-K and space M-E-H P-O-T. Okay? So Lick My Pot. And that is a show with a lot of cooking on Binge Wave. A lot of cooking, both non-vegetarian and vegetarian. But on YouTube channel, I think we just have the vegan ones loaded up for right now, and we're continuing to load our products up, or content up. And so we ask you to be patient with us. We appreciate your support. We love you. We appreciate your support. You've been very supportive to us as viewers, and we really, really appreciate it. So I'm gonna sometime tape some of these videos and share with you guys. Like I said, I don't like the live thing. I do them occasionally when I'm having an event or something where the camera is not on me, but rather I'm taping an event or taping something. But I'm not a big Facebook Live person, but I do send a lot of posts. And I do think, to be more personal with my viewers, I want to start to do some of these videos. So, thank you for listening to me. Again, police your health. Log into Cuextv at bingewave.com. Go to our Facebook page and like us. Go to YouTube and like and subscribe to us. And that's the best way you can support us. We're not out here trying to get money from you and all of that stuff. It takes a lot from my pocketbooks to produce these shows and to keep this network going. It's truly a labor of love. But we actually support. We actually feedback. We ask you to tell us what you like, what you don't like. We ask you to give ideas, because your idea might become a show on Cuextv. Okay, and we're always looking for guest hosts. So you never know when somebody who's communicating with us might be picked for a guest host on one of our shows, especially Caribbean House Talk. All right, well, listen, have a great day. Bye-bye.